Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well. Probably the most commonly asked question I get is, what do I do for work? How am I able to travel full-time and live the way that I do? So that's what I'm going to address here today. There are other questions I've gotten thrown in there that are kind of related, like about my schooling and about suggestions for how other people can work remotely and travel. And so I'm going to try to address everything and also keep the video fairly short. So I'll start with my story. I used to be the office manager at a yoga and holistic health center in Rhode Island. No, that's not what I went to school for. I actually majored in Spanish with a minor in writing and a minor in English. I did a lot of time studying abroad in Central America, and I really love the Spanish language, so that's what I graduated with. The job at that health center was really awesome in a lot of ways. I worked with amazing people who really put their health first and who really believed in taking care of yourself and serving the community to help them take care of themselves. I got to go to unlimited yoga, do amazing workshops, and just generally feel like I was contributing to the world in a really positive way. It was an amazing step in my evolution of jobs that I had. It was so much better than the restaurant I'd worked at before and some of the other previous jobs I'd had. But it wasn't my ideal, and I really realized that. During the time that I had that job, I wasn't able to travel with as much frequency as I wanted to, or to all the places I wanted to. So when my partner at the time graduated college, I quit that job and we decided to travel Central America together. And I built the website for the company that I left. I built them a new website using software that we had used at the studio, and then also learning this new software along the way. And that's kind of how my web consulting business started. And I acquired new clients kind of just by word of mouth. I never sought people out, they just sort of found me. Over time, that business of mine has sort of blossomed, and now I really enjoy working with clients who I feel like I enjoy connecting with, whose visions I love. Most of them are yoga studio owners or yoga teachers of some sort, but I've also worked with some other people that I just really love connecting with and whose vision I really want to help get out in the world. I personally like the web work because it's creative and fun, and I love to organize things, and I love to help people and connect with people, and this is kind of a way to bring that all together. I love that it's all on my own terms. I choose who I work with, I choose how much I work, I choose when and how I want to do all my projects, and honestly, it doesn't feel like work for me. It feels like creative play, and I do as much of it that serves me, and when I'm not feeling it, I don't do it. The other thing that I do for work is this simple living and travel stuff. I love creating videos. I love coaching with you guys who I'm connecting with one-on-one. I love creating articles. I'm working on another work of some sort, not sure what it's going to be, but a book or an e-course or something like that. So I feel like what I really love is tapping into what I'm passionate about, what makes me come alive, and doing those sort of things, sharing that with the world. People always ask me how they can find a job where they can do it and work remotely and travel and live a life of freedom. And I think that you can go about it by trying to find a specific job that, is maybe being advertised somewhere, and honing in on that job and doing that work and doing it remotely from anywhere. There's definitely a lot of jobs like that, especially nowadays. There's jobs that you can find on Craigslist or through Elance, and a lot of them are remote jobs. You don't have to physically be there, and you can do them from anywhere. I know people who transcribe or do translating work or IT work or virtual assistants or any sort of odd jobs, really anything you can think of. I feel like it exists. So that may work for you, and that may be a good stepping stone. I used to do work as a translator. I created audio recordings for an app, for a Spanish-English app, and that was really cool for me because it was kind of like a transitional step. It wasn't my ideal, but I enjoyed it to some extent, and I felt like I was slowly gaining freedom and a taste of what that felt like and how I could kind of make that work for me. But for those people who are asking, my number one tip is actually to find what you're passionate about, go within, see what really makes you come alive, and do that. Don't be afraid of it being different than what you've seen. If it's different, you're probably on the right track. If you do what everybody else is doing, you're gonna get the results that everybody else is getting. And are those results really authentic to who you are? Like, are those jobs really what you want to be doing? Or do you always feel like you're kind of compromising, kind of trying to fit into somebody else's box? What if we all did what we were super passionate about, no matter how weird it seemed, and just came alive and flooded the world with that sort of energy? How amazing would that be? Instead of being tired at the end of the day and feeling like you just put energy into something that, maybe you don't even believe in it. Maybe it's kind of like, well, whatever. Or maybe you're like, yeah, it's pretty cool. But like, is it everything you want it to be? Does it feel like you're working, or do you feel like you're growing and you're creating and you're playing with the world and the world is playing with you? I feel like there's a lot to be said on this topic, and I know that there have been a lot of other questions asked of me, and I'm really open to talking more about it, but I figured I'd just start with this video and put it out there. Please post your comments in the comment section below. Give this a thumbs up if you like it. If you want me to talk more about this, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to connecting with you guys again soon. Bye.